Salutation everyone, welcome back to my show brought to you by hashtag I found beauty in my scars. So guys, I always get this question all the time. How did you heal from that catastrophic fire that took away the lives of 10 kids and there was no justice at all, but you were so confident, resilient, beautiful, courageous and optimistic? Where do you get that power of just showing up as the best version of who you are? Guys, I also just look back sometimes and say, how did I do this? How and where did I take this strategic healing or development of being so confident in myself? But I look back and say, you know what, I was very suicidal afterwards. Like, I didn't think healing was possible until I went on my knees and forgave the man who burned us. I mean, he was wealthy, he had everything. I didn't have much, and he took the little bit that I had in me. However, I can't allow him to take everything and completely kill me to a point where I get buried. Because sometimes the devil kills you through your mind, the way you perceive your thought, the way you perceive life, and he takes away the self-preservation, he takes away the self-efficiency and self-confidence that is killing you. Because in order to kill you, the devil has to start from your mind. He has to contaminate your mind with pessimism and to ensure that you never think of any goodness and mercy or faithfulness of God, but only think about suicide, only think about how your life is stagnant. So I had to forgive this man to reclaim my destiny and to find beauty in my scars. Because if I had focused on him who completed his mission by burning us and killing other children, well, he didn't succeed with me, then it means I will blame him for everything that is going wrong in my life. I'm giving him the power to dominate and to detect what I should be or what I shouldn't be. So the first thing that I did was to forgive this man from the bottom of my heart, to live according to God's commandment and to live according to what God has called me to be. Because my scars are like Jesus' scars. Jesus showed Peter that this is me, I survived. Can you see this? This is me, I survived the crucifixion, I survived the ridiculing of me, I survived the pain, the beating me up, I survived everything. So first thing, if you went through some trauma that you suffered through the hands of the man or through the hands of your parents or your family members, the first thing you do is to forgive them. It doesn't mean that when you forgive them, then you're allowing them back in your life, but you are reclaiming your destiny and you're taking ownership of your life. So healing is possible, guys. And it's beautiful when you heal. You don't care what people say about you, because God has already validated you. God has redeemed you. You have salvation. You have everything that people thought you could not have. So it all starts from your mind, right? It starts from our mind. Because if I had been telling myself that the only solution to my problems is killing myself, that was actually materializing. I attempted it. Then when I switched and started telling myself I'm beautiful, I'm capable, I am going to be the best, I'm going to be the person who's going to break the generational poverty in my family, then positivity or pessimistic energies dominated and God became the center of my life. And I didn't, like, everything was also materializing. I went back to school, I finished matric. I was so happy. I played sports with my disfigured hands and I became the burst that God has always wanted me to be. So it starts from the mind, because guys, suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary situation. Imagine the devil wants you to cut your life short for him, and it leaves your loved ones in pain, in agony, and there is no one who can close that void. So I allowed my family to tease me, to laugh with me, to just bring out the best that is within me, that was hidden through the wounds, that was taken away through the wounds and the pain. I almost bled to death. I did not want to eat. I didn't want anything that sounds good because the devil was the center of my life until I forgave and prayed. So it begins from your mind. You need to structure your mind in a way that it only conceives or consumes positive things, and you need to find strategic development techniques that shut out negative energies, negative people. If it means you must be alone, because sometimes success requires you to cut off certain people who've always said to you, well, Chomi, you're going through this because obviously, you are meant to go through this. That is a lie. I always read the book of Luke because the book of Luke tells us about the miracles of Jesus, how Jesus healed people, and how Jesus was crucified. It tells us about how healing is possible, and faith is what will heal us, guys. The woman who was bleeding for 12 months, she healed from her mind first. Remember, she was spending so much money at physicians, she was paying a lot at doctors, she did everything she could to ensure that she found healing. But even when she spent the last money that she had, she still was not healed. She still was suffocating and penetrating, as well as floundering through pain, and she's losing blood. And when you're losing blood, nobody wants to be near you. When you are floundering, everybody sees you as invisible. But one thing she maintained well was to become visible to herself and accept the bleeding, that this is me, it is part of who I am. Unfortunately, I tried to find healing, but I couldn't buy it because healing does not have a price tag. She took so much money to pay the physicians for healing, but she still was not healed. But she spent until she told her mind that Jesus is in the wood. Jesus is in the environment. He's created the ambience to heal and is in demand. Jesus is healing. So this woman told herself in her mind first. She said, if I can only touch Jesus's garment, then I will be healed. So you need to tell yourself something in your mind. If I could just touch the garment of Jesus Christ, then I will be healed. I will be made whole. I will be healed. I will be employed. I will overcome the breakup. I will overcome the divorce. I will overcome the breakup of the relationship. I will overcome the pain. I will overcome the cancer. I will overcome the accident that happened. I will overcome the betrayal that happened in my life. I will overcome losing my parents. I will overcome losing my husband. I will overcome if I touch Jesus's clothes. So she told herself in her mind, she contaminated, or she made sure that her mind is dominated by, if I could only touch Jesus's clothes, I will be made whole. So I told myself that if I can only touch Jesus's clothes and come closer to him, I will be healed. I will be made whole. And I was made whole. And this woman touched Jesus's cloth, and Jesus said, who touched me? And the disciples, because they saw Jesus was surrounded by many people, they were asking him, no, God, Jesus, a lot of people are here, so anybody could have touched you. But you know what Jesus said? He said, no, this touch is different. I perceived a healing spirit out of me. It came out. So this healing is different. This touching is different. So we need to touch Jesus in a different way, not just in bumping him, but he needs to feel that this is different. Somebody is requiring my healing. The spirits of healing came out of me and it touched this woman. And that woman came and scrolled and said, I touched you. And Jesus said, woman, your faith has healed you. And I was healed. Jesus did not say your money has healed you, your friends has healed you, going to church has healed you, your job title or position has healed you. Jesus did not say that. He simply said your faith has healed you. So it requires faith. We need to believe that we are going to be healed. Thank you so much. I hope Those who have not subscribed, please do subscribe. Thank you.